Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Vegas Top Dogs 3G Vegas Group YouTube channel update. NFL preseason 2023. We are ready to go with NFL preseason week 1 action. Over there in the green room, we got Jeff Hockman, expert handicapper. We'll get to him in 1 second. We're going to break down a couple season win totals for the NFL this year, plus a preseason selection. So let's jump right in and bring Jeff Hockman on board here. Jeff, welcome.
Hey, Tony, what's going on? Another NFL season is right around the corner. I could not be more excited. As you know, NFL is my favorite sport, like most other people in this country.
Oh, absolutely. So, NFL is king. You're king of the NFL. Glad to have you on here. I know you have a strong following, and a lot of people looking forward to these videos coming back here after we took a few months off since March Madness.
Yeah, it was a nice summer. It's going very fast, and it's right around the corner. We got preseason action this weekend. I'm going to have a selection for everybody later on in this video, and I'm going to give out one of my top selections in terms of season win totals to go over or under. And before we get started, I just want to say, everybody, I do encourage everyone to visit VegasTopDogs.com, click on the article section. I have been writing a lot of articles this season in NFL action, college football as well. So you can get my top 3 NFL season win totals at VegasTopDogs.com. Click on the article section. And I also have an article where I list the over or under my preferred selection for every single NFL team this season. Last year, I went 18-12-2, picking every single team's win total. So hopefully we can have another winning record this season.
Yeah, a lot of valuable information on these videos. I know our player props did extremely well last year. We'll resume those once the regular season starts back up, because who knows how long some of these players are going to play. But we do well in the NFL preseason. We find out which coaches want to win, which coaches and which teams take the games seriously. And, the quarterback rotations are also huge in the preseason. I was 6-2 last year, as you can see there below. Perfect 4-0 on my top 10 stars. So we'll have more. I'll have another selection in week 1 with another video later in the week here. But let's jump right in with these NFL season win totals. Jeff, how about you go first?
All right, I'm gonna go to the AFC. This is my one of my spotlight teams in the NFL this season for the AFC, and it's the Cleveland Browns. It's listed at 9.5. I think the under is the favorite. The public's coming in heavy on the under. I love the Cleveland Browns to go over 9.5 wins this season. I think you can get plus money at that, and here's why. The defense adds edge rusher Zadarius Smith. They also add ball hawking safety Rodney McLeod. They already have a really good secondary, like one of the best in the league. Denzel Ward's back there. He is a stud. The offense adds Marquise Goodwin, Elijah Moore, third-round pick from Tennessee, Cedric Tillman. And by all accounts, they are all having a super camp. I've been reading the beat writers from Tennessee, and they could not be more thrilled with how it's going right now. Here's the key to this selection. Oh, by the way, they have Nick Chubb, too, as a running back. The Browns have a top-ranked offensive line and defensive line at Pro Football Focus. The Browns' offensive line is ranked 2nd. The Browns' defensive line is ranked 6th heading into this season. These teams will always be competitive in the NFL regular season. If you have a top offense and defensive line, you're going to be in games no matter what. And they've upgraded their skill position players. And here's the key. Last season, there were 2 teams that were both ranked in the top 6 in offensive line and defensive line play at Pro Football Focus. Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Both those teams exceeded expectations. So the Browns won 7 games last year. So everyone says 9.5. Wow, I'm going under. It's a tough division. I think all 4 teams will beat each other up. And the Browns have a favorable non-conference schedule. Their strength of schedule is 16th, right at league average. So we get a great offensive line, a great defensive line, another year for Deshaun Watson to shake the rust off. He looks much better this season. I've seen tape. He's bigger. He's more agile. He's making all the throws that he made with when he played for Houston. The Texans had an awful offensive line, and he put up huge numbers. What is he going to do with Cleveland, who has the top second-ranked offensive line at Pro Football Focus? Now, Pro Football Focus does a great job with these offense and defensive line rankings. I don't know how much they do a great job of ranking cornerbacks and safeties, but I do trust Pro Football Focus when it comes to offense and defensive lines. So there you have it. Let's take the Cleveland Browns over 9.5. I think it's currently plus 110 at DraftKings.
All right. I tend to agree with that selection. I'll give you one of my win total plays here. I like the under Minnesota Vikings. Last year, 7 games they won by a touchdown or less. So they did win those close games, and usually the following year that tends to even out or even reverse itself. So tough division with I think Detroit Lions are going to be much improved. Chicago Bears are going to be much improved. Green Bay is solid. They did lose their quarterback. We have to see how Jordan Love plays, but it's a very tough division. And I think the Minnesota Vikings is going to go under the total. It's currently set 8.5. Last year they went 13-4. So I think a lot of people are going to be taking the over, but we're going to take the under 8.5 wins for the Minnesota Vikings.
Did you watch the quarterback series on Netflix yet?
I did not.
I really like Kirk Cousins. I mean, he really prepares himself if you watch the series, and he just seems like a likable guy. He's got a very attractive wife, and that one's a tough one for me, to be honest with everybody. 8.5. I think it's right around there. They can win 8, 9 games. They're not going to win 13. That's for sure.
Right.
So I'm neutral on that selection.
All right. I think you have a selection for us for this weekend, correct?
Yes, let's get to it. Saturday, NFL preseason week 1. This is probably going to be a service play for my clients. And we're going to take the Tennessee Titans plus 3.5 points. Currently, the public's coming in heavy on the Tennessee Titans, so you may see this line tick down to 3. Look, these preseason games are decided in the second half. Justin Fields, he may start. He may play a little bit. Even if he plays the first quarter, I'm not scared. They have P.J. Walker, Nathan Peterman, and Tyson Bagent listed as their quarterbacks on the depth chart. I like taking teams in the preseason that have 3 quarterbacks or less. Teams with 3 quarterbacks get more practice time, and they're going to have an edge versus teams' defense late in the third and fourth quarter when these games are decided. Tennessee, Ryan Tannehill, probably not going to play. You're going to see Will Levis. I think the kid has a lot of talent, especially with his throwing arm. Malik Willis is going to play the second half. He has been lights out in camp. We all know how much he can run. He's going to give the Bears defense fits in the second half. If you remember, I gave out a free pick in the Hall of Fame game on the Cleveland Browns. You did as well, Tony. Mm-hmm. That was a winner. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, with his running ability, I think he ran for over 50 yards in that game. They just couldn't stop him. So, getting 3.5 points in an NFL preseason game with an experienced running quarterback, Malik Willis, he played a couple of regular season games last year, and he looks much improved. So I really like the Tennessee Titans on Saturday. I think it's a day game, 1 o'clock Eastern. 3.5. I like it all the way down to 3 at even money. But right now you can get 3.5 at minus 110.
Do you think that line will move?
It could move. I mean, the The public is coming in on Tennessee, which normally, a square dog in the NFL in the regular season, that would scare me. But I think a lot of professionals see what I see. 3 quarterback rotation for Tennessee. They're getting a lot of reps in practice. 4 quarterbacks for Chicago. All the reps are getting split up. Yeah, Justin Fields taking the majority of the reps. PJ Walker, Nathan Peterman, and Tyson Bagent. I don't know. I just like Tennessee in this spot. Mike Vrabel's a very good coach. He wants to win every game he coaches. Matt Eberflus, he is 3-0. He went 3-0 last season in the preseason, but I think this is a totally different philosophy for the Bears because they have high expectations this season.
One thing I do like in the preseason is backup quarterbacks that are mobile and can run, because they may not get a lot of practice time in, so they extend drives with their legs, get that first down. They may not make the right reads, but hey, 3rd and 7 or so, they may scramble for it, get that first down, keep those drives alive.
Yeah, and they're playing against defenses that won't even be on the teams when the season starts. So, absolutely. I mean, Dorian Thompson-Robinson for Cleveland is a perfect example. He ate up the Jets defense, and everyone was pounding the Jets in that game. So, yeah, let's play Tennessee on Saturday plus the 3 and a hook.
All right, before we wrap things up, I have one more season win total for you, and it's going to be on the New Orleans Saints. Now, a lot of people may question this because of Alvin Kamara being suspended the first 3 games, but have no fear. They are loaded at running back, and they will plug and play with their backup running back. And I think this is a very weak division this year. The other teams are very young: Carolina, Atlanta, and who else? Tampa Bay. They're not young, but they are, without Tom Brady, of course. So I think this one goes over 8.5. I think they're going to win their division, and I think they'll get 9 or 10 wins rather easily. I do like that Saints game over. Big home field advantage for them as well in the Dome.
Love it. This was my NFC Spotlight team. I think they're going to win 10 games. Saints last year, 19th in DVOA, and you can attribute that to poor quarterback play. Derek Carr, he gets to play in 12 Dome games this season. He has always played better indoors.
Yeah, big addition getting Derek Carr.
Huge. He's a very good quarterback. His QBR was 55 last season, much better than the other 2 quarterbacks that played for New Orleans last season.
Right.
Yeah, Alvin Kamara, he's suspended, but they have Jamal Williams and 3rd-round pick Kendre Miller, who has been outstanding in camp. Jamal Williams, and did you see that clip on him with the beignets, talking about the beignets? He goes, they're funnel cakes. That's what we call funnel cakes. So I don't know if the Saints fan base like that too much, but he's going to be the goal line back when the season starts anyway, because he's a big bruising kind of back. Michael Thomas looks healthy in camp. Let's hope he stays healthy throughout the season. That's going to be a big help. And don't forget, Dennis Allen drafted Derek Carr when he was with the Raiders head coach in 2014. So he's very, very familiar with Derek Carr and his skill set. I absolutely love this selection as well. I'm with you. Over 8.5 on the Saints. I think it's actually 9 right now. But yeah, you can shop around, probably find an 8.5.
I see 8.5 minus 140. So over Saints. I like the under Minnesota Vikings. You had the over Cleveland Browns, and your NFL preseason week 1 pick was on
Tennessee Titans plus 3.5 against the Chicago Bears.
All right, we'll be back later this week with another video. Be sure to visit VegasTopDogs.com. Hop on board, grab a early bird NFL and college football package from either Jeff or myself. Other handicappers there as well. So be sure, free picks, articles, a lot of valuable information. VegasTopDogs.com. As always, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Make sure you give us a like, subscribe, give us that thumbs up. We'll talk to you again on the next video. Jeff, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks, Tony. Good luck, everybody. Let's win some cash.